Well, hello, my YouTube followers, subscribers, friends, clients. How are you today? I am actually doing my readings a little different for the month of September, even though they're not specific to just September. It's just that I'm uploading them in September. But I'm actually doing them by groupings as earth signs, fire signs, water signs, and air signs. You will hear the pitter-patter of feet because I have two fur children who are constantly up my rear end, who keep walking in the office here that I'm sitting in. I just did earth signs. It's uploading now to YouTube, and my internet is extremely slow lately. Now I'm going to be working on fire signs, which if you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I will be doing those now. My name is Chris. Thank you for coming to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Don't mind my arm. I burnt my arm. I know it looks a lot worse than it is. Last night while I was cooking in the oven, I just grazed when I was shutting the door. Just grazed me. It looks a lot worse than it is. Hey, it's my battle scar, right? So, I want to explain to you first how I do these readings. My name's Chris. I'm a spirit medium. I'm not a psychic, although I do have psychic abilities. I'm not tarot taught. I am spirit communicator. I use signs and symbolism to do readings for you intuitively, just like I do other things intuitively, like I do jewelry sometimes, custom, and different things. So, what I'm going to be doing for the three signs that I'm going to be reading for is I'm going to start with Aries, and I'm going to do two decks. I'm going to do the Tree of Life deck, which is one of my oldest and one of the second to the third oldest deck I have. I think I have like 5 of them that are really old, but this one's older. I'm also going to use, let's see, the Fae deck, the Dragon Fae deck, which is also an older deck that I use. And then if I feel compelled, I'll either pick from the Magic deck, which is usually to confirm information from the deck, or if I'm being silly, and I hope no one's offended on this channel because I do cuss a lot. I do tell it like it is. I'm very honest. But I also have the Fuck It deck, which I haven't used yet on my readings here. I've used it on my Twitch feed before. And if I feel compelled, I might use those. Or I might use the Animal deck. So it just depends on what Spirit guides me to do. So for Aries, I'm going to shuffle the deck and talk a little bit about my channel. I'm not date specific, I'm not gender specific, and I'm not month specific. Just because these readings are uploaded on the month of September does not mean they're only for September. It could be past, present, or future. You can also be a different sign for the readings this month. You got to go check your chart and see when your sign falls and all that good stuff, because I'm not well versed in astrology. So yeah, I'm watching my dog. She loves to jump. She likes, sorry, I got sidetracked and I didn't shut my phone off. She likes to jump on my pillow in the other room, which is crazy. So, I'm going to pause it for a minute. I'll be right back. Just because of the dog, I'll be right back. So sorry about that. First off, I got a phone call and then the dog, so I apologize for that. So let's get with Aries. We're going to do the Tree of Life deck. Like I said, I'm not gender specific, time specific, unless Spirit or the angels or someone tells me to tell you a specific time frame. Then I will do that. I'm going to play some music as well in the background, just because it's I like having a little bit of music in the background. I hope you don't mind. So let's shuffle the deck and see what we have for you. If any cards fall out, I will be sure to let you know. I'm going to do 5 cards from the Tree of Life deck. Also going to talk a little bit about my channel. Below you will see information regarding all my social media pages. I do not go to Facebook as much anymore. However, if you need to reach me, I will put my email below for readings, as well as look for my Patreon to go live probably in October, probably the last week of September. If you're interested in supporting me over there, you donate to the different tiers every month and you get something from me, which is usually readings and some bonus content videos about different subjects. And you also, what I'm going to try to do is release some astrology reading videos there that are more specific to twin flames, soulmates, couples, you know, that kind of love readings and law of attraction readings there versus doing them here on YouTube. So if you're interested in supporting me there, go check it out. Also, if you're interested in Twitch at all, or if you stream games or you're a gamer, go check out my Twitch channel. I'll post that below as well. I do live streams on Wednesday evenings, 8 o'clock, well, usually around 7:30, 8 o'clock Central Time, and on Sundays at noon Central Time. And every once in a while, I'll do a bonus either Friday or Saturday night. It just depends on the schedule of me being able to stream. If my roommate's here, I usually don't do it on those weekends, so it's usually every other weekend I'll try to stream on either Friday night or Saturday night for a couple hours. So if you're interested in a mini free reading, or to talk about just a mini card reading, not an intuitive reading, or to talk about the paranormal, metaphysical, anything like that, we usually talk about different subjects. Like one subject they picked, my followers and my subs, was about astral travel, dream interpretation, and what was the other one? Precognitive dreams. And then I also have a friend that I met on Twitch that actually also does readings. She does them on Facebook, and she actually started doing streams on Twitch as well, and she usually comes to my streams as well. She's just starting out, so I'm trying to support her. 2 cards fell out, so I only need to pull 3 now. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. I've gotten a lot of I've got 104 followers over there on Twitch and 3 or 4 subscribers. Eventually, just if you're interested, if you want to go sub there, I think it's the first tier sub is $4.99 a month. And for every person that subs, once I get to, I want to say 50 subs is what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to do 25. Once I get 25 subs, then I'm going to make Sunday just sub day. And so what that means is each person that gets on the list will get a reading, an intuitive reading of some sort. And it just depends on the amount of people in the line. And then you can bump yourself if you want to get to the top of the list. But I'm going to do it sub only. So that's eventually. I have to put that all on my channel. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards since 2 fell out. And of course I will show them on the camera once I lay them all out for you. And this is for Aries. Wow, some beautiful cards. I can't wait for you to see this deck. And then I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Dragon Fae. So 5 from the Tree of Life deck. 1 fell out already, so I don't have to pull. I'll tell you, Spirit's really on the ball today. I've had a lot of cards fall out today. Alright, so here we go. So let's see, Aries, you have something you're doing that Spirit wants you to know to do in moderation. Now, what I'm being shown is, wow, someone who vapes. Whoever you are that vapes, who's an Aries, they're telling me to tell you to do it in moderation. Also, too, you had something tragic. What I mean by tragic is a relationship ending that was extremely emotional for you, Aries. I want to say it's relationship-wise, and you feel like it's the end. But you're letting it be close to your heart. Like I am, I'm the same way. I understand. You're emotional, and you're starting to feel like it's forever, and it's never going to be the same anymore, and you're going to be, you know, this person's not going to be in your life, and it's not as tragic as you think it is. It's a misunderstanding, and this is how you feel. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the card so there's no glare. This is you with the fragments. This is you. You're just, like, so confused. You notice, like, for me, spiritually, my third eye is here, right? The third eye is usually here, but it's in her hand. That means that you're disassociated with your emotions right now because you're all over the place because of your heart. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I also put the core card. You see where the heart is. You're suffering right now from this loss, this heart loss, this relationship ending. This person's not gone forever. It's just one of those things where time heals all wounds. That's what I'm being shown. Because the magnetism between the two of you, and I'm going to show you the card that came out. I'm going to try to pull it up without dropping it on the floor. It's because of this. You guys have a connection, and sometimes the best relationships have the strongest connection. So your very, very, very highs of love and all that stuff are great, but your fights and stuff are just as intense. Doesn't mean that it's not meant to be. It's just I don't feel like you guys are forever broken up. So, yeah, and I think this is pretty recent, who I'm talking to. It is causing friction in friendships because I feel like you both have friends and family that are friends with each other, so it's causing that uncomfortableness with everybody. But it's not going to last. Someone's going to... What they're showing me is someone who loves both of you or cares about both of you a great deal is going to kind of try to be in between the two of you, even though you both don't know it. Like, they're going to be talking to one of you, but they're really going to be talking with the other one. And it's not that they're going to share what each one of you is saying to them, but they're going to try to mend it so that this comes back. Now, the person that you got in the argument with is definitely a Cancer, Aries. This is my Cancer card. This is always something, this is the same as me. We wear a mask. She or he is very sensitive. They wear their heart on their sleeve like I do. I'm a Cancer, so I know this all too well. Very timid, but when you hit that button, look out. We could be fire, right? And we're very stubborn, and we're very reactive. I hate to say that, but we are emotionally reactive sometimes, especially when it comes to our heart. So give this person some time. Just because they're quiet doesn't mean that they're not thinking of you. Okay? And then this card here is the emotional flow. This card came with this, right? So the emotional flow. So this is very important for you to understand. This is the emotional flow. This is how this person is. They're very emotional. This person is a Cancer. They're very emotional. We are extremely emotional. And what happens is, when conflict happens or arguments happen and things like this, especially with someone who you've given your heart to, because we wear our hearts on our sleeves, we go back into our shell because we're the crab, right? We're Cancers. We go back within our shell, and then we're very defensive and very leery of who we let in. So this person that's trying to fix the friction between the two of you is being very gentle with your person. Because this person is still very much in love with you, but hurt. And so it's going to take a little time to get past that. And it's not that you were right or they were right. It's just that pain of when you get in a huge fight like this. I'm going to pull a magic card for clarification about this. And see what it says. And see what we get. And then once we're done with Aries, we will go to... Leo. Leo is always interesting. Lady Gaga just came on. I'm not a huge fan of pop music. I'm a metalhead, rockhead, even eclectic, but I do love me some Lady Gaga. I think she's extremely talented. I love her music. I actually play her a lot in the kitchen when I'm cleaning with the dogs. They think it's funny. I dance around in the kitchen with them. Believe it or not, my dogs dance with me. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. Alright, let's pull a card from this for you. Oops, 2 fell out, so we're going to take both of them. Oh, here we go. Time to Shine is one of the cards that fell out. Let's see what it says. Time to Shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So I think this means you're going to have an opportunity to discuss stuff with your person, but it's going to take a little time. That's why it says time on here. Be patient. I know it's hard to be patient. Believe me, I'm stubborn and I am not a patient person. Little luxuries. It says... generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. That's interesting. That's a bonus card. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing something that you feel is a luxury that you don't want to do because you feel guilty and they're telling you to do it. So that's the reading for Aries. I hope this resonates with some of you out there. I really do. I know sometimes some people, you know, will watch the channel and feel like, you know, maybe it doesn't resonate. However, depending on where your sign falls for the month, it may just be you fall under a different sign. I'm actually going to do my astrology chart after I do these readings. Someone told me about a free site that you can go to as long as you know when you were born. I'm interested in seeing what it says. So the next sign that I'm doing the reading for is Leo. I'm going to shuffle the Fae, the Dragon Fae deck first. And then I think I'm going to do the animal deck with this one as well. I'm going to change it up a little bit for Leo. So Leo, I'm going to do 5 cards from the Dragon Fae. I'm going to shuffle the deck. And anything that falls out, we'll keep. Now, for any of you who are interested in supporting me on Patreon, I'm actually going to do, I think, 5 or 6 tiers. If you're interested in love readings, I'm actually going to offer one of the, I think the first 2 tiers, or maybe the second and the third tiers are going to be love-based. One's going to be a twin souls, twin flames reading for those people who are in search of their soulmate or twin soul or twin flame. I like to call it twin soul. I don't believe in twin flames. And then the first reading, I think the first, hey Pugs, the first tier is going to be for people who it's more affordable, where you get like a 3 or 5 card reading for $5, I think it is, a month. And then any of the other tiers are going to be bonus videos that I don't release here on YouTube. I'm actually going to do more readings like pick a card, love readings, that kind of thing on there. I think it's more interesting that way. And then I think the largest tier is going to be my Starseed tier, which is more Pleiadian, Arcturian, spiritual, galaxy type of reading. Atlantis type of reading, Starseed, you know, Cosmos reading, that kind of thing. Combination of that and Atlantis type of reading. And I actually just ordered some cards that have to do with Atlantis for that specific tier. So I won't be using that deck in any other readings other than the Patreon people that follow that particular tier. And I think the top 3 tiers are going to be limited. I'm only going to have a few slots. So if you're interested in any of them and supporting me in that way, I promise you all the funds that you donate there will go towards my desktop and my camera fund, because eventually what I want to do is take you guys with me and do bonus videos of different places around here that are haunted during the day, not just at night, and bring a camera with me and talk about the life of a medium and what I feel and see and explain things that these ghost shows and channels over exaggerate. So hopefully, and how I work on missing person cases and remote viewing and different things like that. So I'm going to do 4 cards since the 5th one fell out. And then we're going to do the animal deck, and we're going to pull 2 cards from the animal deck. My hair keeps getting in my mouth. My hair is getting long, but I keep getting it trimmed. My dog Pugsley is very attached to me. He's like my shadow Velcro pug, which a lot of people who have pugs understand. And he is not happy when I come and sit in here because he can't sit on my lap. So I put a dog bed next to me, but he will not lay in it. He's laying on the hard floor right by my feet. Dogs are so funny. He was snuggling with me most of the day this morning because I was being lazy sleeping in. Alright, 2 cards from the animal deck for you. Pull another one. Nice. Nice. I don't think I've ever gotten this card yet. I'm so excited for you, Leo. So Leo, I'm going to call the animal cards first. You got the egg, the black egg. I'm sure you're all wondering what this means. I'm going to look at it with all the cards and let you know in a minute, but I wanted to share that with you, how beautiful this card is. And then you got the phoenix, rising from the flames. And my head is tingling right now, my third eye. Leo. Fertility. Be careful. If you're not trying to get pregnant, or you're not trying to get your significant other pregnant, be careful. This is what this is. Even though the book probably says something completely different, I read from symbolism and it's telling me to be careful. If you guys don't want to have kids, this is the card telling you not to. And then the phoenix from the fire. This is something that's happened to you in the past couple years where you've had to rise above some really bad emotional or physical, something physical that's been, they keep showing me physical, something physical that you haven't been able to do. I don't know if you were hurt or something happened and you limited your ability somehow, and then it affected your emotional well-being. But they're saying that you rose from the ashes and that you're doing much better and that you should be commended for that, and that every once in a while you still get, they keep showing me PTSD. So if you're having PTSD issues, your triggers, which I have, you've been holding them at bay, and they're commending you on that. Keep doing that. Keep doing whatever you're doing that's helping you to heal that. Now the deck cards. So you got Furnia, which is the clarity card, which is, I think, affected with this, right? The clarity card. Since this event happened, whatever it may be, you have a lot more clarity. You feel a little slightly more intuitive and in touch with your emotions, which you weren't really, I don't want to say you weren't emotional, but you kind of kept them at bay, and now you notice that your emotions are more prevalent when it comes to your significant other, which is a good thing. We also got the beautiful Tastuya, which is the Have Courage card, which also is falling with this. If you are trying to be more compassionate or more, what's the word I want to use? If you're trying to be more involved in your relationship, and what I mean by that is being more aware of your significant or your other half's or your person's needs than you were in the past, because you realize maybe you were taking them for granted. I keep seeing your doubts about being, taking them for granted, even though maybe they haven't voiced it to you. You noticed it after whatever this issue was that happened, and so you're trying to be more aware of that. Being more considerate of their feelings. Queen Mab came out too, which is something to do with awakening. So I think when this tragic, whatever this was that happened to you, it awoke you, and that's what's causing you to want to be more open with your person. And then the card that fell out was the Bittersweet Farewell. This is saying goodbye to your old self. This is the closed up person that you were before, saying goodbye to that person. A lot of us go through awakenings several times throughout our lives where people will get the death card or the devil card in their deck and think that it's like a horrible card to get, but usually it's a rebirth. It's like saying goodbye and mourning the death of an old you and blossoming into the new you. And so a lot of people want to see the negative in that stuff, and there's nothing negative about that. You should feel very blessed and very what's the word I want to use? It's almost like when someone's reborn in religion, right? It's you're accepting your faults and things you've done wrong in the past, and you know that, and you're moving on to the new, right? And you're accepting yourself for who you are. That's huge. A lot of people don't ever do that in their lives. And then justice will prevail. So this card, which is one of my favorite cards, as dark as it is, this is the dark of your soul, which is something I've been going through lately. I don't want to go into it too much on here, but it's been extremely hard for me. And the reason they're showing this to me is because whatever you went through is doing this, did this, caused this, right? It triggered this part of you to where you had to look at the darkness inside of you, to look at the flaws, to look at the rawness, to look at the things you were doing that you didn't realize you were doing, the person who you became. It's almost like you felt, and what they're showing me is, and I usually don't share too much personal about my personal relationships. However, I do share my life with you all because this is how I became on this channel, right? I've had major insecurity issues in my life, and a lot of people don't understand this. It's because of abandonment issues, and without pointing fingers at anybody, but my entire life up until the last couple of years, because I've kind of isolated myself, well, up until recently, in the last couple of years. I don't trust very easily because of abandonment issues, where people don't follow through on their word, and I would get my feelings hurt, and then people would disappear all the time in my life, and they wouldn't follow through on things that they told me or whatever, like really important people in my life. So this card is basically telling you that it's okay to look at that part of yourself. It's okay. It's okay to let it out. It's okay to scream or yell or cry. It's also with the awakening card. This is what you had to go through in order to get where you are now. And you're at a very good place in your life right now. You just need to realize that you are human and you need to slow down sometimes. Sometimes, Leo, you don't slow down. You're a lion, right? You roar. You're just like trying to push through everything. You don't want to feel, and you don't slow down enough. And they're telling me to slow down. They keep showing me a train, right, going really fast. Your body's going to tell you when you need to slow down. So I'm just telling you, slow down a little bit and realize to enjoy. And what they're showing me is me with my life lately. So that's why I know that they're telling you to slow down. I have a very hard time, and people who are watching this that know me, living in the moment. It's just, I always have to know things. I always have to have a map. I always have to have, that's the kind of personality I am. That's how I've always been my entire life. So I've been trying to live and enjoy in the moment, which is really hard for me. But I'm trying very hard to be the best person I can be in this life. And I'm trying to help people like you who's followed me on this channel, who are watching this video, or follow me on any of my other pages, or go to Twitch or Twitter or wherever. I try to be the best person I can. And they're telling me that you are trying to be the best person you can. But to remember, we're human and we have emotions and we need to slow down sometimes. And smell the flowers and look at the sunshine and realize that we need to live in the moment. Because if you're constantly worrying, which is me, I will admit it, when you're constantly worrying about things ahead of you that haven't even happened yet, you can't enjoy the moment you're in now. That's basically what it is. So Leos out there, I hope this resonated with one of you or several of you out there. I really, really do. I hope you enjoyed this reading. The next fire sign I'm going to be doing is Sagittarius. So let me shuffle the decks to mix up the cards again. Sagittarius, I think I'm going to use the Tree of Life for you and the animal cards. So let me shuffle the animal cards first for you. Let's see what we have for you. If any of the animal cards fall out, I will be happy to share them with you in a moment. I feel like I didn't accomplish much today. I was supposed to do a ton of chores and I only did part of them because I was so tired. I didn't feel good this morning. I don't know if any of you all are suffering from allergies right now, but I'm suffering a little bit from sneezing and a little head congestion this morning and then feeling a little out of sorts. So I slept in longer than I should have. So, oh, card fell out. We'll keep that. I'll show it to you in a minute. Wednesday, how did you get yourself over there? I wish you guys could see this. My dog Wednesday, she's a rat terrier. She's 9 years old. She loves to sit on my pillow that I lay my face on, and she actually, I have one of those sit-up pillows like in my bed so I could read, and she actually put herself between the two. I wish I could show you. Alright, 2 cards fell out for the animal deck. I will show you in a minute, and Pugsley apparently wanted you to know, all to know that he's here. Alright, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you. We're going to pull 5 cards from the Tree of Life for you. I think I might go out to get something to eat tonight and bring it back. I usually don't spend money on weekends to go out to eat. But every once in a while I'll order from Red Robin. I don't know how you guys are, but we have only had Red Robin here a couple years. Sometimes I'll go and order online and go pick up a burger. And I usually get it with the lettuce wrap because I don't eat gluten or soy. And they make their homemade fries. But I don't know if I want to drive all the way there. And I definitely don't want fast food. I was bad this week and had Cane's, which is really bad for gluten. It messed up my face. My face was so swollen the other day when I went to work. Alright, we're going to pull 5 cards. Let's see what we got. Wow. Whoops. Alright. So, the animal cards we got for you, Sagittarius, is Cobra and Beaver, which is hysterical. So, this is you and your significant other, I feel like. And if it's not somebody you've met yet, you will be meeting this Beaver. I know that sounds silly. I giggle every time I see this card. But if you haven't met somebody and you're single, this person is going to come into your life in the next 6 to 8 months. This person is extremely successful, like one of those people that pushes through to do anything, like is constantly doing something, always busybody. And then this is you. You're kind of reserved, but you're very, like, you let certain people in, but you're extremely what's the word? Oh, I know what they're showing me. You're extremely intimidating is what they're showing me, Sagittarius. You're extremely intimidating. But this person, with their porcupine beaver, you know, they just, I'm not porcupine because obviously, but with their stance, they just push right through, and like you guys, it just works. It's weird. And if you haven't met this person yet, like I said, 6 to 8 months. Now, with you, slow down a little bit. The universe is saying, apparently you've been going. I think you're working either 2 jobs or you have a project going on besides your job, but they're saying to slow down. They're also saying that something's going on with you in regards to your emotions. I think when you meet this person, if you haven't already, it's going to bring up some lovey-dovey emotions that you're not used to, even though you've been in relationships before. It's a different kind of relationship, something you've never experienced before, which can be extremely scary. As fun and as new as it is to you, and I'm using myself as an example, that's why I'm laughing. It's new, but it's fresh, and it's weird because you've never been like this with someone before. So this is like scary yet exciting. And that's why it's showing the surface, because what it's doing is when you meet this person, and you're going to meet as friends, it's going to bring all of that up to the surface. You're going to be discernment, which is the card where you're like questioning it, like, you know, is this just a lust thing? Is just an attraction thing? Or am I making this stuff up? Because what you do is you question yourself, wondering like, I don't know, is this real kind of thing? But that's going to pass really quickly, like really fast. And then a relationship, the formation card is the relationship. It's going to form into a relationship. It's going to be a very good relationship. But you are very intimidating, so you need to step back a little bit and open yourself up a little bit once you get to know this person. And try not to be so intimidating. I can be intimidating as well because people think I'm put offish sometimes because I kind of am not an extrovert. So, you know, they're like, what's wrong with her? Why is she so quiet? Like when I'm at work, I have a lot of problems with my empathy. I tend to wear my earbuds all the time and listen to music or meditation. So some people think that's odd. That's the way I ground myself. And then this card. This preservation card is extremely important when I get this in the deck. I always have to look at where I get it within the cards because it's different every layout that I have, depending on what cards it fell out with. This is the World card. This is a good card to get with the love cards that I've gotten in your deck. So what it means is when you have this relationship and it flourishes, to preserve it, to honor it, to know that it was meant to be, it's kismet. This is more of a soulmate connection that I'm getting for you, and that you guys are both meant to be each other and you complement one another even though you're different than each other. And that's what this card is. So Sagittarius, I hope that this reading resonates with some of you out there. It's pretty intense reading. But like I said, you're extremely, this card, you're extremely, intimidating. I once had a reader tell me years ago in the French Quarter, an amazing reader that I love. I always look for her when I'm there. She told me that, Chris, she said, you need to be softer. And I was like, what? Like, I told her to be very blunt with me, right? Because I'm blunt with my clients as well. I don't sugarcoat anything, and I cuss a lot and all that stuff. A lot of people don't like that. They want sugarcoating. They want all that fluffy stuff. I don't do that. She said, Chris, you're very intimidating to people. You're rough around the edges, and you can come off as harsh and intimidating. You need to be softer. So that's what this card means to me every time I get this card. So I'm repeating that to you. As mad as I got when she said that to me, I walked around and I went, yeah, she's kind of right. I am kind of like that. But that's because I need to be. I need to be forward with people when I do their readings. And she had to do the same with me. Not everybody can handle the truth. I can. I might get defensive at first, but when I walk away and realize that the truth was said, that's why. It's that whole saying, the truth hurts kind of thing. It's in life all the time. So I hope this resonates with all three of you for these readings. I hope you're all doing well. I thank you for coming to the channel. Like I said, it's not just for September. It's just that I do the readings in September. If this does not resonate with you, I would go check your sign in the charts and see if maybe one of the other signs might resonate with you, because I know for me, Cancer doesn't always apply to me. Sometimes Gemini does. And I'm not an expert with the astrology chart, so you need to go check and see where your moon and all that stuff is. So I hope you all have a great day. Like I said in the video a couple of times, check out all my information below if you need to contact me for a private reading, if you're interested in my Patreon or my Twitch page, or if you need to contact me, you can contact me at my email, parledespirit@gmail.com, or Instagram. Sometimes I will answer chats on there if you send me a message there, if I know who you are, or if you tell me you're from my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And thanks again. Bye.